Hello there, and welcome to the Mega Crab episode. I don't know what episode would this be. I did all right, 10, and then I guess 3 more, 4 more. I don't know. This is episode like 5 or 6 or 10. I wasn't really actually thinking of like labeling them with episodes because it's just stages 31 through 35. Haha! Great success! Alright, so yes, episode, whatever episode this is, stages 31 to 35. Obviously we're starting off with 31, and yes, this is a replay, because yes, I gone done and bunged it up, and I did things in the wrong way, which was basically not hitting the record button and expecting it to record. Yeah, crazy, right? I know. So it turns out if you want to make a video on the interwebs, the trick is to click record on a camera and then do stuff. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, and I'm gonna blame the crab for this one. There's just been so much going on in between, you know, dealing with the dog and dealing with a truck breaking down and dealing with the crazy amount of time that it takes to make these videos for the crab. Because, excuse me, oh man. For like, even though you probably only see like a 5-minute clip of like a level and be like, oh, okay, 5-minute clip, that only takes 5 minutes. It actually takes me like an hour to put together everything for that 5 minutes of video. Like, by the time I, you know, scout out the level, figure out what troop I'm gonna use, load up the troops, do the actual attack, do the editing, go through, try to do commentary, redo the commentary like 6 times, because that's just how commentary works, you know? Dog starts barking in the middle of it, cat starts walking through the middle of the camera, all kinds of crazy things happen. So, it is resulting in incredibly long days, I guess, is the nice way of saying it. You know, I'm running a little sleep deprived, but we'll get there. As long as it doesn't start to affect the gameplay, which I feel like maybe it is kind of, especially during this set of attacks. I wasn't sure what to call it, but yeah, I'm gonna go with set of attacks. And, oh, the loneliest number is the number 1. That's right, that is Juan, the medic. That's the loneliest Juan. Get it? Juan? Okay, so, like I was saying, sleep deprived. Things are gonna tickle my fancy with absolutely no reasoning or explanation. Don't even ask me to explain it, because I can't. I have no idea what's going on inside that head of mine up there. Aside from, you know, old commercials, like from like a million years ago. Like, if you want to hear about, you know, like meow 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 meow. That's what's going on in my head right now, because apparently I need some whiskas. Uh-oh. Okay, the cat's here. I apparently need to switch the subject off of cat food. Also, double mint gum. I got some, oh, the Fresh Maker. Futos. What? Oh my goodness, what was that candy? Mentos! There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, alright, I'm back. I just had to go for a quick trip down memory lane. It was really fun, but we're gonna get back to it. Also, I threw some critters at that cannon. Just, I wanted to distract everything and make it shoot at the critters over by that cannon and leave my troops alone. And the critters actually took the cannon out, which I thought was kind of awesome. I wasn't expecting it. It was really just like one of those nice little bonuses that kind of get thrown in there and whatnot. Excuse me. But yeah, so with that, 31 goes down. We move on to 32, and it's in the 30s and 40s here where I really start to play with my troop composition, because it's kind of getting to the point where excuse me, the levels, like, you can't just brute force your way through and be like, haha, I win. You have to actually bust out some strategy here and you know, try to figure some things out. So you know, no more loading up just skanks and barreling through 20 plus levels of the crab. We are now in Bat Country. Oh my goodness, it was Bat Country too. If you don't know what I'm talking about with Bat Country, you've got some movies to watch. I'm just gonna say, just like Google it. It's one of those movies that you'll watch the first time and go, huh? And then you'll watch it again after that and you'll go, huh? But you'll be incredibly entertained while you're doing it. So, yeah, things kind of started falling apart here. I really, like, I don't know when this is gonna sink in, that, like, these flares, even though it looks like it's a small base, because you're kind of going out one way and then up and then back and then, right, I'm doing my hand signs here, you know. But yeah, it definitely takes a long freaking time. I gotta remember to re-flare. That is an issue. Also, kind of cool to be doing smokes that require re-flares, because normally that kind of business is out of my league, but pulling it off here. So what else do we got here? Aside from being on stage 32. Oh, also, yeah, I think part of my problem, aside from the, you know, blur, was that I really wasn't giving these levels the consideration they deserve. So, if you do get to 30 and you've kind of been just kind of, you know, just clipping along in the 20s, not really worrying about scouting things out too carefully and stuff, when you hit the 30s, do yourself a favor, slow down, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and really put some attention to what's going on with the levels and where things are located and whatnot. Save yourself a bunch of attacks. Like, I honestly wasted so many attacks in this little five map range that I was kind of worried. Reflare. Because I was like, wow, people are going to hate on this, because it really is kind of embarrassing. This is some sloppy work here. Like, if someone was building me something and put that kind of work in, I'd be like, I don't want this anymore. I want something good, thank you. No, I wouldn't. I'd probably take it like a true Canadian and be like, oh, thank you, it's so nice. And then I'd put it in my garage, and it would rot in my garage because I didn't want to have it because it was ugly. What? I'm not the only one that's done that, right? I hope. Anyways, 32 is going down with some super fast, high-speed Zookers. Zookas? Zookers? Well, we can call them Zookers, right? Zookers. It's kind of like Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg? He makes face boom. Alright, I give up. I did mention, right, that, like, my brain is not firing all cylinders at this point. I'm lucky that I'm firing on one. As a matter of fact, I seriously did contemplate kind of just chilling and skipping the commentary, taking, a page out of other people's books, and just leaving some music to play and just call it a day. But I didn't want to do that because, well, honestly, I didn't want to do that. I like to talk. Talking is fun. All the time talking. So with this level, I wanted to obviously smoke around, and it was so close. As you can see, I unleashed the horde of bats. Really, would it be a flock or a swarm? A murder. I know that's for crows, but like I really don't care. A murder of critters. I think we can make this happen. Or a squad. Nah, the squad would be the Zookas. I wonder if we could come up with a name. Anyways, so I kind of... This is where things started to really go bad. As you can see, I messed up with smokes. So the smokes didn't get out quite as far as they should have. And then I thought for sure all my Zookas were going to hit the stupid mine there. So I threw the heal out, being like, alright, heal! And then it turns out, look at them all go. Look at those poofs of smoke. Just poof, poof, poof. All the Zookas up in smoke. Because I was out of heals at that point. Well, I was out of energy, so I couldn't throw more heals. But you get the idea. It was really, really unfortunate. I kind of died a little on the inside, and I cried quietly to myself. So if you're doing that run, don't worry about that one stupid mine. Save the heal for in the back there, where everything is gonna kind of come out and unleash the beast. I don't know. And the especially killer part is, if you'll notice, if just like half of the Zookas that I lost to that stupid mine were alive, this base would have been down. Oh, it was heartbreaking. I was watching it, like, biting my nails. I was eating my beard. I don't know if you've ever seen girls who, like, have the long hair and they grab their hair and they stick it in their mouth and they eat it, and you're like, what the heck are you doing to your hair? I can do that now with the beard. I just, like, grab a chunk and fold it in. I normally try not to, but I was super stressed, and then it ended up not happening, and I was just, like, heartbroken and just... yeah, it was brutal. And then I was like, I went back and scouted, and I was like, wow, so a barrage. A barrage will kill this freaking base. Bleep, 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 bleep. Some more bleeps, and then a big fat bleep. Because I was thoroughly unimpressed with that. Okay, so that's fine. We're moving on. We're going to stage 34 of the Mega Crab. I decided to go left-hand side. I can't really remember at this point why. I think it's because it had all the fear mortars on that side, and then, like, the end is all cannons and boom cannons and stuff. So I was thinking, with the hookahs, I go in, I clear up. The hookahs are going to get hit by the fear mortars instead of the Zookas. They're going to kind of push forward with the damage. The Zookas, that is, not the hookahs. And then eventually all the heavies will die off, and then, like, I'll just have to deal with a whole bunch of cannons and whatnot, so my Zookas will be able to, like, fry those, and everybody will live happily ever after. And it didn't work out that way. Yeah. Yeah, turns out that everything died. Those crazy fear bombs got a hold of me, and everything went everywhere. And then I was left with Tweedledee and Tweedledum here. But it turns out Tweedledum is Juan. Look, there he goes. You can see him there. Juan. Making it out. Alive. Again. He has some horseshoes up his keister? Yes, keister. That's okay though, because I thought I would save some energy by trying to do like just a weird thing with the Zookas and just land without the flare and whatnot, but it did not work out well. As you can see, I ended up having to use the flare to pull everything back in to group them up, and I could have just done like a proper landing, but I guess, you know, it is what it is. And then everything kind of started going cockeyed here, and this level, when I was saying earlier, like, take a deep breath, actually look at what's going on, and like pay attention to things. I was actually talking about this level specifically when I was saying that, because it was this level that made me go, I'm doing this wrong. I really gotta think about this now. And unfortunately, it came at the cost of one of my attacks. And the reason it came at the cost of one of my attacks was I flared everything up, and I was like, okay, I am free and clear of the rocket launcher that's down at the bottom. Now I can attack. And what I didn't pay attention to, which you probably already saw, were there is a rocket launcher up at the top. That's right there. There's two of them on the right-hand side there. They can shoot at my troops behind there. And I was like, how did I miss a rocket launcher right frickin' there? I don't know how I did it. Also, as you can see, I'm landing my troops properly this time, rather than trying to be Mr. Fancy Pants and doing strange things. And the kind of weird thing is, like, I did a really bad job. I haven't done that bad of a job landing my Zookas in a long time, and they still ended up clumping up really nice because of that corner. So, I guess small victories. Small victories is what I gotta go for at this point. And then, you know, obviously the entire route has been cleared, with the exception of the actual base. And now that I've learned through the hard way, there are rocket launchers all over the joint. Obviously, I send my Zookers over into the danger zone and start throwing with the shocks, because, like, what else am I gonna do, right? So from here, oh yeah, there it is, the other shock launcher that I didn't think would actually hitting me. So that's when I started really getting worried, but by that time I'd already gotten the base, so we muscled through it. We can carry on. And with, actually, thank goodness, a really low number of losses. So, then with 35, again, like I said, the whole tired thing, I don't know where the first attack for this went. I completely bungled it, and as you can see, I don't know how or why, but it's gone. It's just completely gone. And then, actually with this attack, I'm not doing the greatest with this one either. But this level 35 is 100% one of those levels that should be done in a single attack, because it really is. It's a much shorter base. But there's not a whole lot that you got to worry about. Like, it's short, and the end zone, if you would, is very Zooka friendly. Not a lot of AoE splash damage here, even though there are a bunch of mines that you'd think I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take care of that. And then I didn't take care of that. Also, apparently I was blowing up the defenses on the wrong side. I was worried about the machine gun doing horrible things, but it's actually the mortar on the other side that I should have been worried about that did horrible, horrible things. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this has been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.